everyone, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison, and here we go again with BTC price going down overnight, went down to $5,788. So we'll be talking about that, looking at the charts, see if it's going to come back up. Who the hell knows? There's just no kind of rhyme, no reason as to what's happening here. But it all comes down to mindset here. It really does all come down to mindset if you kind of believe in it, and there's only so many times I can say that. If you believe that Bitcoin is going back up in price, you know it's going to come good. But for trading purposes, it might be good to sit in our hands, but there are still opportunities out there, even in this. It's not even a bear market, it's a falling market, which makes it worse to trade, and we'll have to be even more careful when we're trading here. So in the premium group, we're kind of a trading group just now. Obviously we've got long-term calls as well. But we're essentially kind of like a trading group, and we're just looking for those 10% gains. Not even 10% just now, even kind of 3 to 10% would be good just now. So I've just made the calls in the premium group just now of some of the ones that are coming into play on the 6-hour chart. But if Bitcoin price keeps on falling, obviously the alts are going to fall as well, so we'll have to be extremely careful and remember and set those stop losses, and I'll put the stop losses at 6%. Now what's going to happen when you put the stop losses at 6%, it might, if Bitcoin keeps on falling and keeps on falling down to 5,300 or whatever, obviously we're going to get stopped out at 6%, and we're going to have more 6% losing trades, but it's only 6%. We'll still have some skin in the game, we'll still have money in there as well. But if Bitcoin price starts going up, those that 6% stop loss can get moved up as the coin prices move up as well, the altcoin prices. So we'll be looking at that as well. I'm just going to see if we're live or not, and just make sure, see if we've got anybody in. Usually in a bear market we don't have a lot of people watching, so I'm just going to see if we've got anybody in just now. Yeah, we have. We're on live and everything's okay. So I'm just going to switch over. So see who's in the house just now. We've got Kim O'Brien. Welcome to you. Good to see you here. One of our brilliant admins. Mike D, another one of our brilliant admins as well. He's saying keep the faith and crush those likes. Yeah, crush those likes if you like these videos. I know it's a really shitty time just now for everybody, but it is going to get better. I promise you it's going to get better. Before the end of the year. For trading purposes, we might have to sit in our hands, as I said, but it is going to get better. Keep the faith. Marcus Shafari is in, Chard Dan is in, Christopher Dallas in, Black Label 46, Kim O'Brien. I love this intro music. I love it as well, the intro music, and I wasn't going to play it today. I was just going to go straight to live, but I thought, no, I like the intro music too much, and it kind of peps me up just before I go on live, because I listen to it just before I go on. Vin is in the house. Good morning to you. I don't think I've seen you here before, so good morning to you. Cole Phillips, Eric and Angela Hendricks, good to have you here. Morning from sunny Netherlands. Tomasas Kozoswitz, I've probably kind of got that all wrong. Good morning to you. Bruce Rudling. Tom Thomas is in. I just jumped. There we've got Cooper in, Antonio Medusa, Be Inspired is in, John Law, George Charles, Stephen Seedhouse, Rob Taylor, Chard Dan, Andy Grant, John Law, Tony Pettit, Terrell Hooker, Monica, Debbie Claydon, welcome back to you. Mr. Smith is in, Martin and Sonia is in, good morning to you. Adeb, one of our brilliant admins, is in as well, good morning to you, sir. Alex Jug, Philly W, Omar, Stephen King, David Schwartz, Peter Harding, Jacob Hopkins, Rocco Guerra, Chris Noble, James Oklahoma, one of our brilliant admins as well. So it's good to see you here as well, James. I know you're up late, it's early in the morning for you. Well, Bernat Sale and Davey Stewie, the other admins. So we've got most of the admins in here. We're just missing Rob, I think, and Sharon. They'll be in bed just now. They're in the US as well. Okay, so we'll take a look at the markets overall, just what's happening. It's a bit piss poor just now, but it is going to come back up. I promise you it will come back up. Okay, so market capitalization back down to 235 billion. Bitcoin dominance 42.9%. It's gone up a wee bit and kind of all the time, but that'll go down as more people get into the alts and they start to kind of have faith in the markets more. So Bitcoin down to $5,913, down 3.5%, which is a big jump. Ethereum down 4.3, $416 for Ethereum, unbelievable. XRP, Ripple is down to 44 cents. Bitcoin Cash 661. When you think about where these have been before, EOS down to 736, Litecoin down to 74. Unbelievable where these prices have been and where they are now. But think about where they could be in the future as well. Obviously we don't know, and that's the uncertainty of being in the market. So who's the losers or who's the winners? Ethos, brilliant run up yesterday, and it's still going just now, 14.4%, the only one in double digits, and there's only how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5% of the top 100 coins, and you have to laugh at this because it's just like, oh, for Christ's sake, if you don't laugh, you're just going to kind of jump off a curb or something and just come at Harry Carey. It's just a nightmare. But we have to kind of console ourselves with the fact that it's going to go back up. Our chain is up 7%. Ogre is up 5.3%. Binance Coin is starting to rise again at 0.72%. I think that's a brilliant one for the future. GX Chain as well is up. True USD and Tether we can't count as well. So only 5% of the top coins. Biggest loser, KuCoin shares, is down to $1.80 at 14%. It's lost. And I think the exchange coins are going to do well, and KuCoin shares is going to do well. It's only got a market cap of 163 million, and it's probably one of the better ones for getting returns on your investment, because obviously they give you kind of money back as well in KuCoin shares. So it might be one of the better ones. Same with BNB as well, and BuyBox could be a good one as well. Aeon is down 12.94. Theta token, that's had a brilliant run up over the last couple of days, so that's coming down naturally. Komodo, Decentraland, Centrality, and Cortex all in double digit falls over the last 24 hours. So not good at all. Just look at the kind of main charts just now, see what's happening. WPR and WePower, we kind of called that, that was one of the ones I called this morning. That's doing okay. I think I called it 654, so it's kind of jumped up a wee bit. I think this could do well. If we look at the daily on WePower, so you can see it's been as high as in Satoshi value 1895 Satoshi, and it's gone all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. And if we look at this as well, this is why I kind of chose it as well. So apart from it crossing over in the 15 EMA, it's just starting to cross over. I'll just kind of blow this up. And we'll go back to WPR. So you can see here it's just starting to cross over. The 7 MA is just starting to cross over the 25 MA on the 6-hour chart. It's crossed over already on the hourly chart, but we're catching it kind of early, and it's never crossed over on the 6-hour chart since back in early May, when it kind of crossed over a wee bit, then came right back down again. So really has been on a downer since the 4th of June. So nearly a full month has been going down, 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 down. Lost about 40% just in the last month. So this could be the start of a run up for WPR. We just don't know for WePower. We don't know, but it's been kind of on a downer. You can see downward slope all the way down from about 1800. So the upside is good. The downside is near its all-time low at the moment, or recent all-time low. Recent all-time low is about 580. So it could do well, WePower, and that's one of the ones I've got into just this morning. Now I have to kind of say on the 3 to 6 strategy that we're using, I'm out of DIG just now. So DIG had the conference call yesterday, and I should have traded it instead of kind of being in it, because I thought, okay, I'll just be in it until after the conference call, see what happens. But I should have traded it on the up and the down, because I was going to sell it to 2,892. I was going to sell it there. Could have got back in about 1,1700, rode it all the way up, and then got back out and back in again. But I didn't. I just kept a hold of it, which was not the right thing to do. Definitely not. But I didn't get into that. I'm just going to see where DIG is just now. So it's on. It's gone back up to 105. 2105. So it's kind of stable compared to the whole market. It's actually done well compared to the whole market, and I think this could be a good long-term coin. It could be a really good long-term one. They announced in a conference call yesterday that they've been back with, they're getting the United Arab Emirates through a company that's been kind of held, I think it's been held by Brent, and I can't remember the company, Zion, and United Arab Emirates, giving them 10 billion gold, $10 billion worth of gold to back the coin, which is what this is all about. It's going to be, it's not like a stable coin, but it's almost like a kind of stable coin. It's going to be, the floor price is going to be $1. So it makes sense to kind of look at this, but from a trading point of view, I didn't want to be one of those coins that I had to hold long term to see a return, because I was using this on a 3 to 6 strategy, and that's a trading strategy. So I'm trading, so I want it to come out so I could free up funds, so I could start trading with other coins, and that's what I've done. So I'm not saying DIG is not good to get into. I think longer term it's going to be good, and we're talking like a couple of months or something before the end of the year. So if you're still in DIG, that's cool, but I just want to let you know and be open and honest that I'm out of DIG just now, and I did make a loss of 15% on it, and I should have traded it. I knew there was prices I could have got in and out at, but I didn't. Just a mistake I kind of made. And we'll just go back to the comments. Black Label 46, BAX is on sale today. I may flip some coins into BAX. Yeah, BAX definitely is on sale today. I'll just look at BAX just now on KuCoin. Down to 16 Satoshi at the moment. It has been as low as 14 Satoshi, but I've got 100% faith that BABB is going to come good. As you know, I'm heavily invested in that. Obviously I would say that, or I wouldn't be in it, but I do for the longer term. This is one of my long-term portfolio coins. So yeah, I've got 100% faith in that. So that's going to come back up, and they're going to get the licenses as well. But we just need to kind of wait and see what happens with the whole market, really. David Schwartz, hello, I crushed it. Excellent, thank you very much for crushing those likes. Pete Harding, keep the faith. Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's about your kind of mindset as well. We can see it going down all the time. Obviously that affects the way we trade as well. So we've just got to look for the opportunities, or just sit in our hands just now. Is it better to sit in our hands just now? If you're not an experienced trader, then it might be better to sit in your hands just now. Morning from not so sunny Edinburgh. It's beautiful over here, Chris Noble says. It's gorgeous. It was 32 degrees yesterday in Glasgow. Unbelievable. James, Oklahoma. Good morning, Steve. Glad to make my first live in the morning. 2:43 AM here. Wow, it's brilliant to see you, James. Really good to see you. Well, Bill Natsale. Good morning in Australia. It's 5:30 PM. Perfect time to listen to driving home from work for an hour. Excellent. Oh, that's really good. I was thinking about doing these as podcasts as well, but I don't know how they'd work as podcasts, i.e. just taking these videos, taking the audio from it and putting it in a podcast, so you can subscribe to it on iTunes or something like that. But that's getting even more into crypto. I keep saying this was meant to be a part-time gig, but it definitely hasn't turned out that way. Stephen King, not even started 3 to 6 yet, going to wait another month at least. I think that's wise, Stephen. I think that is wise, although there are some coins that we could have been in. So there's a couple of coins we've called on the 3 to 6. Key was one of them. We called that 142 yesterday, shot up nearly 80%, come back down, and it's still in play just now. Where is Key just now? Because that would have been an excellent one if you got in on that. Back up to 218 just now. So you can see that would have been a brilliant trading coin over the last couple of days. But we called it, I think it was 142, and I called it yesterday. Kind of shot up all the way up to 222, so nearly 80-90%. If you put your stop loss in at 10%, I'd been down 20, so it got stopped at about 200. Came back down, could have got back in at 172 and up to 249. So it's been a brilliant trading one over the last couple of days. So well done to everybody who got into Key yesterday. Be Inspired, Zinfin Network, your opinion. I don't know too much about the actual company itself, but on a cycle, I think it's on a down cycle just now, as are a lot of the Banker coins just now. So where is it? We'll just go the price and do it that way. Zinfin, 3,888. So it could be good. I still like Bancor just now, although we're not trading on Bancor just now. We're trading on kind of Binance, but I've got some long-term kind of holds as well. Kin has come back down again at 133. Expat, that's the lowest, one of the lowest prices I've seen it at that. But I don't know about BitNation. BAX 904. Wow, 904. That just, to me, that's just a steal. I think we first started getting in about 400. So we're still up on BAX, but we can see it's been up at 3/10. It's been up at 3 times this price just now, or 3.5 times. But it's the same with the whole market. Blitz Predict is down to 3219 as well. That's was a long-term one as well. And Deterious Credit 4121. So these are all great prices for these. Authorship. So what's doing well just now? Invatio, 4.7 cents. Fort Knoxter, don't know too much about Fort Knoxter. That's up at 1 cent. Power Ledger, 19 cents. Who's the biggest losers? Dragon Chain, God. Because I really did think about getting into Dragon Chain before I kind of researched it. I thought this could be really good, but there's a lot of stuff going on with kind of Dragon Chain in the background. It's down to 23 cents now. Obviously it's not just on Bancor, it's on the bigger exchanges as well, but 23 cents. Unbelievable. So there's a lot of good projects kind of going down just now. But Dragon Chain, it was one of the ones I did want to get into, but there was a lot of stuff kind of came out last month and the month before about it, so I didn't get into it, but it could be a really good one for coming back up. Donny Don Matthew, morning Steve, happy to see the market down. I have orders put in for BABB and XRP. Excellent. Good, and I think that's the right attitude. You just see this attitude as picking up kind of bargains, and I think that's the right attitude to have. But a lot of us don't have the money to put back in because we're so invested in crypto as well that we can't sell other coins at a big huge loss to get into other ones. So that's the trouble with a lot of us as well. Stu Johnson, morning. I'm late. Any thought on drop with all the money leaving market into Tron and EOS? So look at EOS, I don't know, and to be honest, I know they're still kind of having issues with their kind of mainnet launch, but I think EOS is going to come back up big time. Not at the moment, it doesn't, according to the charts, and looking at the charts, it doesn't look as if it's coming back up anytime soon. But I've no doubt for the long term, EOS is going to be a brilliant one. Tron, let's have a wee look at Tron. Tron's always a good one to trade. It's been a brilliant coin to trade. Plus they're going in the futures market as well, so that could be really good on BitMEX. I think they've started trading on BitMEX just now in the futures. So down to 606 at the moment, which is unbelievable as well, 606. So again, it still looks as if Tron is going to go down a wee bit further. Where is it on the hourly chart? I don't know if 600 is a floor or not for Tron. Yeah, it's not looking good for Tron at the moment, but you know when Tron turns, it turns around quickly. You can see here when it dropped all the way down to again about 600, it kind of jumped and went all the way, well, all the way up to 648. So it can go up and down by 20-30% in a day or so. So long term, really kind of bullish on Tron. For trading, it's not good at the moment unless you want to short on BitMEX. I've still never used BitMEX yet for shorting. We could have shorted kind of Bitcoin and made money that way, or Litecoin or any of the other coins as well. We could have shorted, or if you're doing spread betting, you could have kind of shorted them as well. Derek Holdord, morning Steve. Steve, can you move your inset to the left of the screen? We can't see the business end of the charts. So I'm left 1 wee second. Right, so I can move the charts over. That's what to do, so you can see that. So you can see Tron, it's gone down to 605 just now. What's the kind of bottom for Tron? We'll just look on the daily chart. So where's the kind of next support? Tron, we had a resistance there. So about 580. Could be a support, previous resistance and previous support as well. So it could be 580 and then see a bounce for Tron for the low. But you know, with Tron, you could see a bounce anytime. Right, we'll just take a look at some of the news as well from CCN. This was I've not had a chance to read the news kind of in depth. I've been kind of making the calls and doing the research this morning for making the calls. So Bitcoin's Lightning Network still unsuitable for large payments, research suggests. So a recent report published by cryptocurrency research firm Dyer suggests that Bitcoin's Lightning Network, a second layer solution touted as the answer to the cryptocurrency scalability problem, is still unsuitable for large payments. So that might be the case with the kind of Lightning Network. However, we've got to understand that this technology is advancing all the time. It's getting better, it's getting better, it's getting better all the time. So this is not going to be a huge issue in the future. So this time next year, we're not going to bother. So when we're sending Bitcoin from one exchange to another, or from a wallet to an exchange, it's going to be done in a matter of seconds. It's coming. It's coming. It's not there yet. You know, when you're sending Bitcoin just now, it takes freaking ages to kind of send over. It takes an absolute age, and to confirm it and all that as well. This time next year, it's not going to be like that. It's going to be almost instantaneous. So this technology, the blockchain technology, is advancing all the time, and we have to remember that. So these stories doesn't really bother me at all. And I think when this happens, when we get the Lightning Network up and running and all the kind of the transaction per second, we can get to a huge amount, and it's not going to slow up the system and the blockchain. I think more and more people are going to use Bitcoin for its intended use, which is to buy things with, to buy stuff with. So I'm not worried about that, but it's still being reported just now. It's still not suitable, but it's advancing all the time. This was another kind of one. Augur price scales the charts as mainnet launch looms. So Augur is another one that is got its mainnet launch as well coming up. So we've seen Tron, we've seen Augur, and we've seen EOS kind of recently as well. We've got VeChain coming out with this mainnet. So there's loads of them coming out with their kind of mainnet launches as well. And that's what I was talking about yesterday with Ethereum. So Ethereum, most people have got the ERC20 token, but when these mainnet launches come out, it's not going to be an ERC20 token. So what are these companies going to do when they kind of go into the mainnet launch, when they launch their own mainnet? They're going to dump, I would imagine, they're not going to dump it, but they're going to kind of sell off a lot of their Ethereum to raise kind of capital as well. What's that going to happen to Ethereum price? So it's just something to keep in mind. I was speaking about that yesterday as well. BitHum has recovered nearly half of the funds stolen in last week's hack. So cryptocurrency exchange BitHum claims that it's recovered nearly half of the funds stolen in a recent high-profile hack on the South Korean trading platform. So it's recovered nearly half of it, and it's kind of said as well when it was hacked that they were going to give all the money back, or all the tokens back that were hacked, to the kind of token holders. So that was a good thing as well, and they've recovered nearly half of it, which is good to see as well. We'll just see some other kind of news. Yeah, this was quite interesting. I've seen this. More than a quarter of UK male millennials prefer Bitcoin to real estate, according to a recent survey. So in a sign of the shift in attitudes regarding traditional investments and finance, a study conducted by a real estate developer in the United Kingdom has revealed that 27% of male millennials consider Bitcoin a better investment than property. And I would totally agree with that. Property now, because it's, well, certainly in the UK, if you're becoming a landlord and you're buying property to let out or just to flip as well, it's becoming more and more prohibitive with the government regulations and all that crap as well. So I would definitely say Bitcoin is the investment for the next couple of years. I put money into a kind of pension. I put money into a pension from my business into a pension, and it's moving up about 5% per year, which is actually quite good. But I'm thinking, shit, if I just kind of took that money and put it into kind of Bitcoin, it would have been so much better. At the time when Bitcoin price was down, and just kept it, that'd have been so much better than putting in a pension pot. But it is risky, obviously. I think that was the news stories that I was kind of looking at. I'll just go to the comments. Polite Chaos, hi Steve, appreciate you continuing to stream through the bad days. So many YouTubers have gone into hibernation when things get rough. I think that's the thing, and to be honest, see, as a YouTuber, you kind of think, oh shit, because you look at your own portfolio and go, how can I remain upbeat when my portfolio is down? That's my long-term portfolio is down. Trading portfolio is not that bad, actually. The kind of trading portfolio compared to the whole market is down, so it's not that bad at all. So I can understand the YouTubers going off, but from a connection point of view, to connect with your readers and connect with your viewers on kind of YouTube, it's not a good idea to go into hibernation when kind of market's down. We have to kind of go through the good times and the bad times together as well, so you understand that there is kind of light at the end of the tunnel as well. And I kind of mentioned yesterday, but I don't know if anybody got the Cliff High report yesterday from Half Past Human. But that gives us kind of a wee bit of hope, and I hope that's what these videos do as well. It just gives you a wee bit of hope and to gather us together, and we're all kind of supporting each other through these kind of difficult times. That's what this is all about. That's what the channel's all about as well. That's what the premium group's all about as well, supporting each other through these hard times, because it is difficult times. We'll just have a look on Binance just now. I see what's doing well on Binance. So we'll go up. Key is up 45%. It's back up to 215. That's doing the best. Ethos is up 17%. ARN, I think we called that as well this morning. We did call that. So that's up. Another one. WPR is up to 655, and we called that 654, so it's coming down a wee bit. Ogre, we called as well. Via AMB, APPC has gone up 5%. Power Ledger has gone up 4.6. So Key is definitely, Self Key, sorry, is definitely one of the stars just now. A brilliant trading coin over the last couple of days. That's just on the hourly chart. It's been a brilliant one to trade, that one. Who's the kind of biggest losers? Mana at 1338 is the biggest loser. So none of them in double digits on Binance. Let's go to WPR, see how that's doing on the hourly. That's still not too bad. And we'll just look at USDT, Bitcoin. Coming back up a wee bit from 5832. So it's saying on the hourly, sure it was below that before. And that's 24th. So we've got more to come down with Bitcoin. That's the kind of big question. I don't know. Feeling is no, that it's not going to go down to 5,300. That's my feeling. But looking at the charts, you just don't know what is going to happen with kind of Bitcoin just now. But my feeling is this might be one of the last kind of big drops that we have. That's just my feeling. And you can't obviously trade on feelings. You can't invest on feelings. You've just got to look at what's in front of you and the kind of information that's in front of you. So it's coming back up. It's 5901 just now, and we'll see where it goes from here. If we can get back into 6,000 territory and just start to, not big jumps. We don't like the big jumps because that's kind of telling us something completely different. We like the kind of stable kind of rises for Bitcoin and for the rest of the market as well. That's when people start to kind of feel a sense of confidence again. But when it's volatile like this, you can see it's kind of up, way down, up, way down. It's not good for your kind of own confidence as a trader, as an investor as well, unless you're long-term holding. But as a trader, it doesn't do your confidence much good. Keep on looking at that as well. Just need to keep an eye on the kind of Bitcoin price. Daz a Booth, good morning, Steve. Another crappy day in crypto. BTC under 6,000, BABB under ICO. Yeah, it doesn't look good just now, but we have to console ourselves with the fact that I think we're at a near all-time low just now. Not all-time low, a recent low with Bitcoin, and I don't think it's going to last too long before the bull market starts to happen, and I think it is going to happen. Honest Crypto Journey, morning, what have I missed? You've not missed much. Honest Crypto Journey, we're just talking about the kind of markets in general, but a couple of news items as well. And King Ebo, AIX, ETH, KuCoin is looking nice to trade. I'll just have a wee look, or I'll just go on to, I think it was you that was mentioned AIX yesterday, King Ebo. We'll just have a wee look at it. On the daily chart, it's gone up. It's got 5 green candles out of 6 on the daily. It's coming back down just now. On the 6 hourly chart, which is what we like to kind of trade, it kind of crossed over at 1116 Satoshi. It's gone up to 1260. So it came down and touched the 25 MA, then gone back up again. So I would imagine there's going to be loads of trading opportunities for these, because we've got to remember some of these kind of projects are at their all-time low, or near their all-time, not their all-time, I keep saying all-time low, but near the recent lows, should I say. We've seen with kind of WePower, it's been the lowest it's been for a while as well. And just see AIX, is that kind of on the low as well? Yeah. So if you look at that, that's near an all-time low as well. We'll just go to the daily chart. Pull that over. Yeah, that's near an all-time low. In fact, it could kind of 10x, 20x from here to get to this kind of near all-time high, or 30x even. So there's loads of opportunities out there, but you just kind of have to know what you're doing and put in those stop losses when you're doing this as well, if you are trading. Honest Crypto Journey, BAX is a steal right now. It totally is, and I honestly wished I had kind of more money. I don't want to trade BAX. I'd rather kind of buy it and hold it. So I've not got money to buy and hold. I've got money to trade, and if we make enough money on this kind of trading strategy that we're using, then obviously a big portion of that is going to go into BAX as well if it stays at the same prices. Mike D, I think in a month or two we'll be amazed at how cheap these coins are right now. I think so. I honestly believe that, Mike, because it's difficult to see, because we've seen the markets, we've been in markets now for the last 3 or 4 months together, and we're seeing the markets going down, it's coming down, it's coming down, it's coming down. So it's difficult to see the possibility of Bitcoin even getting to $10,000. And we think, oh, that'd be amazing if it got to $10,000, because what that does automatically with your altcoins, if you're holding Tron, for example, at 600 Satoshi, say you've got $1,000 worth of Tron at 600 Satoshi, and Bitcoin goes up to $12,000, that $1,000 you've got in Tron will automatically double to $2,000, because if the Satoshi value doesn't even change at 600. It will change, obviously, but we can't even conceive of that just now because we're used to these markets being so low. But it's coming, it will come, and we have to, otherwise we wouldn't be here. We'd have got out of the markets a long time ago, and a lot of newbies will have done that already. They'll have seen their investments going down and down and down, and then think, oh, this is not for me, I'm out here. And I think that's what's happening just now, and I think it's manipulated as well to a degree. A lot of people don't want people like us in the markets. They want the kind of big institutional investors and the banks and stuff like that as well. But we're here to stay. And if we can sit on our hands or catch the opportunities just to even get 5, 7, 10%, excellent. And that's what we're aiming to do. We're not going balls deep and just going right into it. Stu Johnson, I meant leaving ETH. Ah, right, okay, was there a comment from you, Stu? Stu Johnson, morning, I'm late. Any thought on the drop with all the money leaving market into Tron EOS? I meant leaving ETH. Alright, I don't know what you mean by that, Stu. So I must have missed something. King Ebo, AIX looks like a project that would generally benefit from being on blockchain. This is a big thing for me, as most projects are just using blockchain to boost themselves. Yeah, I do agree with that. A lot of the kind of projects out there, they don't need to be on the blockchain. Or it's not going to significantly benefit them being on the blockchain. They're just jumping on this blockchain wagon. And I think this time next year we're going to see a lot of the projects kind of disappear, and the good ones will kind of rise to the top. The cream will rise to the top, and that's hopefully the ones we're kind of investing in and trading in as well. Eugene Cunningham has joined us. What's up, folks? Crush the likes. Excellent. 1 cent. LOL. IoT Financial. Morning, Steve. XTRD has just exploded onto Coin Super. So XTRD is a long-term hold. I don't know if we'll get in here. I don't think we will. No, I don't think so. I'll just look at Coin Market Cap. I don't think it's on even that yet. Is it on yet? No, it's still not on. So we'll just look on IDEX. XTRD, I've never looked at it for a while. And obviously I've got links with XTRD as well. I do a weekly article for them, just a market update on the XTRD kind of Medium website. So I'm just going to look at that just now. XTRD. See where it is. I know it's kind of gone down. Welcome to IDEX. Okay. I'll just leave that. So we'll look on the 6 hourly. So it's not been traded a lot. 1898. So it's down 2000 and 1500. So the price differential is quite high, 34 ETH. So Coin Super, I've never heard of Coin Super. XTRD, Global Premier XTRD is listed now on Coin Super. Excellent. In June 29, GMT plus 8 deposits and withdrawals for XTRD will be available. Brilliant. So I don't know Coin Super, how big Coin Super, how big that is, how much do they trade? $90 million worth. So that could be good for XTRD. That's good news for XTRD. Thanks for sharing that. King Ebo, Millennials and Workplace, Simon Sinek is an epic watch. Yeah, I love Simon Sinek. His videos are brilliant. His books as well, and getting to the why and finding out your why as well. Brilliant books by Simon Sinek. Some brilliant videos, TED Talk videos as well. But I'll check that out, King Ebo. Black Label 46, about PundX, I asked Banker what was going on, and they said to minimise the impact to MPX holders from the CoinRail Korea hack, the PundX team requested to deactivate the MPX relay on Bangkok until further notice. So what's happening with your coins? Was it you that mentioned yesterday, Black Label, that you had NPX tokens on Bangkok? So I wonder what happens with your kind of tokens. Obviously you can't put it back onto, you'll need to transfer it from your wallet over to another exchange, I would imagine. Tony Pettit, totally agree with BTC over property. That's the way I'm thinking it's going. Yeah, I do think so as well. I think it's a much better investment, not for just for trading, but a much better investment for the long term. So we should all be trying to get a bit of Bitcoin all the time, and that's really what we're doing when we're trading the altcoins as well. Rafi Bagosi and Steve, I've got my big boy pants on, buying more Cardano, Tron and BABB. Excellent, love these low prices. Brilliant, I love that attitude. Joseph McKenney, what's your take on BABB? 100% on BABB that I feel it's going to do brilliant for the future. It's going to get its banking licenses, it's going to go up in price. I'm just going to see where they are with the crowd sale. In this market, in this climate just now, I don't expect the crowd sale is just going to sell out in a couple of days' time. But we'll just see where it is at the moment. 720,000, so the 48% there for BABB. Still got 57 days left, and I would expect what's going to happen when the market starts going back up, and that'll be within the 57 days, that we'll see more of this more of the money going into BABB as well. I would imagine a lot of people would have got into BABB had the markets been a lot better. So it's not good timing, and it's not BABB's fault, it's just the market. So it's not good timing from that point of view. But when the markets go back up, I expect this to 100% expected to sell out, and they're going to get the funding for the licenses that they require. So I'm still fully invested in BABB. Probably 55% of my portfolio is in BABB. So obviously you'd think I was going to say that, but if I found out something, I would just be honest about it. Eddie Holland, Steve, you were promoter of BABB, but you hardly mention it. I mention it every day. Every single day I mention BABB. I posted an update in the Premier group on my conversation with Annie about progress of the banking license yesterday. Yeah, Eddie, I seen that actually, that you were talking to them. It's going to be, the first one was going to be Bank of England. That's the one they were looking for. And so I've seen your kind of post there in the premium group, or the other group. I can't remember if it was premium or the free group. So I did see that. But I do mention BABB every single day. Brock, good morning, Steve. Could you put a link for that conversation site, BTC to dollar, other coin, so you can see the total value of your holding when BTC goes up in price? Yeah, 1 second, I'll just get it for you. .co.uk/Bitcoin price calculator. I've never kind of looked at that for a long time. So the price of Bitcoin, so this is what we're kind of talking about here. Can I enlarge this? No, it's too large. So the price of Bitcoin, say, is 5,900. Satoshi value of coin, say we were going into Tron, say 600 just now, and we had 10,000 Tron. That would be $354 worth you'd have of Tron. But if the Bitcoin price goes up to, say, 13,000, you can see your dollar value without the Satoshi value going up to $780. And if it went up to, say, 30,000, it goes up to $1,800. So that's without the Satoshi value of Tron moving at all. So that we have to always keep remembering that as well. Although most of us in alts, if we're being honest, most of us are in altcoins, because that's where you can make the explosive growth. So we have to remember that our altcoin portfolio is going down. But just say our altcoin portfolio, I don't know, say we had 3 Bitcoin worth of that. So that would be 3 million. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that'd be 3 million. And say the price of, so we've got, say our altcoin portfolio is about 3 Bitcoin worth, which is 3 million. Is that right? No, it's 300 million Satoshi. So that's 3. And Bitcoin price is 5,800. And we've got 3. That is not right at all. I'm missing something there. So 100 million Satoshi in a Bitcoin. So that's 300 million for... Ah no, I've done that wrong. So it's 100 should be... Right, that's right. Okay, sorry, I got the sums mixed up there. So the price of Bitcoin just now is $5,800. Satoshi value of the coin is obviously 100 million. The number of coins you have is 3, so that's 3 Bitcoin. So it's worth $17,400 just now. If you just keep a hold of them, and this is your altcoin, say for example, you just keep a hold of them, the Satoshi value doesn't change, and it goes up to $30,000. Your portfolio now goes up to 90,000 from 17,000. So 5,000, say 900 just now, that would be the proper 17,700. So that's what we have to remember when we're looking at altcoin portfolio. That might be way down just now, but when the Bitcoin price does, and it will go up, we have to remember that as well, that the value is going to go up of altcoins as well, even if it doesn't move, even if Satoshi value doesn't move. I hope that makes sense. But I'll post that calculator here, and I'll post it in the comments as well after the video is finished. Justin, ONT, mainnet as well, yes, another one. So there's a lot of them, as I said, about the kind of mainnet coming up. Harold H, rather late, but good morning, CYT crew. Good to have you here, Harold. Debbie Claydon, do you think in time we will be able to buy property with cryptocurrency? Yes, I do. I do think we'll be able to do that. Whether it's going to be hidden or not, I don't think it's going to be private. I don't think it's going to be as good as that. That would be brilliant if you could buy a house with Bitcoin and you don't have to tell the tax man. It could be private, but it's not going to be, with all the regulations coming in, we're not going to be able to do it. But I do think we're going to be able to buy it, and you can do it just now. I think there was a property in LA, somebody was selling it for Bitcoin. So to a degree we can do it just now, but that'll be a private sale. But there'll be lawyers and kind of solicitors will be able to do that, all the transaction through Bitcoin. I definitely believe that's coming soon. 1 cent. Hi Steve. Successful people are usually people that have similar mindset like you. I think you have to have this kind of mindset, the positive mindset. And I spoke about this in a kind of post in a free group about how it's all about your money consciousness. If you've got the kind of thought, and you've got the thought all the time about having lack of money, so you see your portfolio going down and your mindset is, oh, I'm losing money, I'm losing money, I'm losing money, and you're always thinking that, you're going to attract more lack in your life, i.e. lack of money. You're going to attract that. It's just the way your energy is, because your thoughts are energy, and I'm not going to go too into it, but your thoughts are energy, and your thoughts attract a kind of similar type of energy as well. So if you've got lack consciousness, where you're thinking, oh, I'm losing money, I've not got any money, can't put any more money in crypto, I'm going to lose this all, it's a bloody nightmare, it's just getting mad, you're going to attract more of that into your life. Whereas if you've got the positive energy and the positive mindset that, okay, Bitcoin is down just now, but it's going to go back up, you start to have a different energy, and you attract a different energy as well. So it lets you see different opportunities. And the way that works is when your kind of energy is up to see the different opportunities, kind of even in the markets and just in life in general, you've got something in your brain called the reticular activating system. When your energy is up, that kind of gets activated and you can see more opportunities and you feel more positive. So it's all kind of mindset thing. It really comes down to your mindset and your money consciousness as well. And I'm going to do a whole video on that because I think it's really, really important, and nobody really talks about it in the crypto space, but it is really, really important. And I know it sounds out there, but honestly it is. It keeps you in the game. Joseph McKenny, you accept XRP for donation? I would do. I don't know how this works, to be honest. I know the super chat thing, I don't think they do kind of cryptocurrency. It'd be great if they did. It'd be great if they kind of accepted that. But yeah, I would accept XRP as well as a donation. That'd be fantastic. But you don't have to. You don't have to. But I do appreciate you saying that or asking that. Black Label 46, yes, I have a large bag of NPXS. Banker also said balances in NPXS and withdrawals are not affected. Yes, so you can still withdraw over onto Binance. I thought that would be the case anyway. Ace, Bitcoin's going to go down to a wee cent. LOL. It might go down to a wee cent. No, I don't think so. But it could still go down further. Monkey Tom, hey Debbie, I actually know a guy that bought 3 houses with Bitcoin. Excellent. It was it'd be a private sale for that, I would imagine. Kyle Allen, excellent, good to see you on the show, mate. Morning Steve, still holding Dig for short term. I'm pissed off as it's my trading money, but can't stomach the 20% loss just now. We'll see what happens over the weekend. It might take a hit if it reduces. Yeah, Kyle, as I said, I got out this morning and I was pissed off with the hit as well at 15%. I think it was 16% actually. So I took a hit on that, so to free up the funds for trading the 3 to 6 strategy. And it is a pisser when that happens, especially when you're seeing the price going up, and we could have been up 15% or something when we got in. But there you go, you take the kind of wins with the losses as well. So there you go. Honest Crypto Journey, I honestly believe Bitcoin is about to explode, expecting a 30k Bitcoin within 6 to 12 months. I honestly believe 100% that Bitcoin will be 30k within the next year. If not before the end of the year. What we're on just now, near the end of June, 5 months time, could it be 30k? Yeah, it could be. I honestly believe it's going to be double, triple from here, from where it is just now, and that's why I'm not jumping off a curb just now. So I'm not kind of suicidal or anything, but I honestly think it's going to go back up big time before the end of the year, and I think this could be one of the last kind of drops. I'll just check out USDT, see where it is just now. This is on the daily, 5917, so it's going up slightly just now. I know this is kind of short term. I think I'll pull this over. So the last 4 hours we've had 4 green candles and 1 red candle so far, and so it's gone up 5916. Has been as low as, I can't even see this wick, 5778 or something like that. So yeah, I do believe it definitely is going to go up for the end of the year, and we're going to be at least triple from here where we are just now, so $18,000, $20,000 before the end of the year, probably even more than that, to be honest. It's difficult to see that if you're kind of used to this falling market, especially if you're a newbie and you've just got in and all you've seen is falling markets. So yeah, it's difficult to imagine that, but it will happen. It will happen. Oh, Davey Stewie just gave me $10. Excellent. Thanks very much for that. Oh, I really appreciate that. You don't have to, I've just got it on there, but you don't have to. I really appreciate that. That's brilliant. Thank you so much for that. That's really nice. That's the second one I've had, the second kind of donation I've had. Alright, that's kind of took me back a wee bit. Thanks for that, David. I really appreciate that, mate. Honest Crypto Journey, I said that. Debbie Clayton, Law of Attraction says you should say it will be 30k. Yes. Well, Law of Attraction really says you already know it's 30k. So it's just not in this kind of moment in time. So with the Law of Attraction and kind of all that kind of mindset stuff, you know it's there already. It's just not there. It's just not happened yet. So you know it's there. It's just coming to you. And that's what it's done. So the future is coming towards you. So you know it's 30k already, so it's coming towards you. But thanks for that, Debbie. Do you believe in this kind of stuff as well? Well, it's not a matter of believing, it's a matter of kind of looking, kind of reading up about it and really practicing the principles as well. 1 cent, even back to 20k is still good enough for 2018. 20k would be brilliant to get back to its all-time high, and I honestly believe it will do for the end of the year. Boom, always wanted to send a super chat. Thanks very much for that, David. Really appreciate it, mate. Mark Kelty, wow, 30 grand, happy days. That'd be brilliant, eh? And David Stewart, you're welcome, mate. Quite touched for that, actually. It's quite nice when that happens. Mark Kelty, if it goes to 30 grand, beer on me. Yes, that'll be amazing. Davey Stewart, I'm down, but I think a lot of us are, Davey, and it's just about a matter of kind of keeping this optimism up. It's not about burying our head in the sand, because we know Bitcoin is down just now. We know where it could go down to maybe 5,300, maybe even lower, but it's about remaining optimistic for the future. That's what it's really all about. Mike D. Mike sent £9.99. Yeah, you're a star, mate. Thanks for that. Honestly, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate that. It's just kind of brilliant. Just to kind of, to see it working in the first place, because Super Chat, I've been allowed it. I've not been allowed it, but because of the number of hours I've kind of clocked up on YouTube and stuff like that, it's been there for me to have, but they've not approved it for the last 3 months or something. So it's just nice to see it working. Thanks, Mike. I really appreciate that, mate. Get yourself a nice cold drink in the nice weather. Yeah, I might buy a wee Stellar Art toys. Davey Stewie, I've started something. Come on, everyone, send the love. Thanks, mate. T-Lock Eyes for you. Good morning, Steve. You should look into CNN coin. Somebody mentioned, was it you that mentioned that? I don't think it was CNN, but somebody mentioned content network neutrality. Content neutrality network. 0.1%, 1.9%. So it has been as high as 3.5%. It's not got a market capitalization yet. I'm sure we've kind of looked at that. Well, we have kind of looked at it already very briefly. So I don't know too much about it, obviously, but I'm sure we've kind of looked at it very briefly as well. Davey, Mike, thank you very much for the donations. Really appreciate that. And I'm going to leave it there just now. That's our time up for today. Stay optimistic, because it is going to change. This is good. That's going to be kind of my last words for today. It is going to change. The Bitcoin price is going to go up. The whole market will go up with it. So be optimistic and think, and just sit on your hands if you're trading just now, or just hold the coins you've got just now. Hold the coins you believe in just now. This will turn around. We don't know when. It could go lower from here, but it will turn around. I promise you for that. Oh, Christ almighty, we're getting Honest Crypto Journey as well. Sent £9.99. Oh, thanks for that. I really appreciate this. This is brilliant. Just go online, Steve, and also goodbye. Yeah, sorry about that, mate. We're just going just now, Scott. I sent to Stephen using cryptos instead. Thanks, 1 cent. Oh, this is brilliant. This is brilliant. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there just now. But I really appreciate kind of the donations. That's amazing that it works. It's just kind of amazing that it works. But thanks very much for watching. I know you could be doing other things just now, but be optimistic. It is going to change, and I will speak to you tomorrow again. Until then, namaste. Take care. Bye now.